It's 3 in the morning, you're almost asleep, and then, out of nowhere, your brain hands you a memory of the dumbest thing you said 8 years ago. The weird goodbye, the joke that died, the name you got wrong. And suddenly, you're wide awake, feeling shame or cringing into your pillow at something no one else on earth remembers. Why does your brain do this? Why that memory, and why now? Here's the unsettling answer. Your brain isn't malfunctioning, it thinks it's protecting you. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why it picks those memories, why it always chooses the middle of the night, and one simple trick backed by brain scans that can actually shut it down. Tonight, start with the obvious question. Of all the millions of moments your brain could replay, why the embarrassing ones? Because your brain doesn't treat all memories equally. It has a bias, and scientists have measured it. The psychologist Roy Baumeister reviewed decades of studies and summed it up in 5 words. Bad is stronger than good. Negative events grab more of your attention, burn deeper into memory, and last longer than positive ones. A compliment slides off you by dinner. An insult from 2012 is still in the building. And there's a reason embarrassment specifically cuts so deep. For most of human history, being rejected by your group wasn't a bad feeling. It could literally mean a death sentence. You didn't survive alone, so your brain learned to treat social pain like physical danger. Brain imaging shows that social rejection activates some of the same regions as physical pain. When you cringe, that's not you being dramatic. That's an ancient alarm system screaming about a threat that stopped existing thousands of years ago. So your brain files that awkward moment the way it would file touching a hot stove. Important, dangerous. Do not forget this. Okay, but why the middle of the night? Why doesn't this happen at lunch? Because during the day, the memory is being held back. There's a part of your brain, right behind your forehead, the prefrontal cortex. Think of it as a security guard. All day long, it filters your thoughts, blocks the useless ones, keeps you pointed at whatever you're doing. But the guard has a shift, and late at night, tired, in the dark, with nothing left to do, he clocks out. And the moment there's nothing to focus on, your brain switches into what neuroscientists call the default mode network, the mind-wandering setting. It's the machinery that turns on when nothing else is running. And what does a wandering mind drift toward? Whatever your brain has flagged as important. And we just established what gets flagged: the hot stoves, the threats, the cringe. So 3 a.m. is the perfect storm. The guard is off duty, the wandering machinery is on. And the only files marked urgent are the ones you'd pay to delete. There's a third ingredient, and it explains why these memories never seem to wear out. In the 1920s, a psychologist named Zeigarnik noticed something odd about waiters in a cafe. They could remember huge, complicated orders perfectly, right up until the order was paid. The moment it was settled, the memory evaporated. She tested it in the lab and found the pattern everywhere. Your brain holds on to unfinished business and releases what's resolved. It's called the Zeigarnik effect. Now think about your 3 a.m. memories. The conversation you never got to fix, the apology you never made, the comeback you thought of 4 hours too late. Every one of them is unfinished. There was no ending, no receipt. So your brain keeps the file open, and every so often it slides it back across the desk and asks, "So, are we going to resolve this?" You can't, of course. The moment is gone, the people have moved on. But your brain doesn't fully believe that, so the loop stays open, sometimes for decades. Now here's the twist that should actually let you sleep. You're almost certainly the only person who remembers it. A psychologist at Cornell, Thomas Gilovich, ran a famous experiment. He made students walk into a room full of strangers wearing a t-shirt with a giant picture of Barry Manilow on it, a shirt chosen specifically to be embarrassing. Then he asked them, how many people noticed the shirt? The students guessed about half the room. The real number was closer to 1 in 5. Most people simply never registered it. It's called the spotlight effect. You go through life feeling like there's a spotlight on you, like everyone sees your mistakes in high definition. but everyone else is too busy starring in their own movie, worrying about their own spotlight. That moment that's been looping in your head since 2014. Ask anyone who was actually there. They've got nothing. They forgot it the same week it happened. You're the only person on Earth still replaying it. Think about that. Your brain has spent years guarding you against a threat that exists in exactly one place, your own memory. So why do you keep pressing play? Because replaying it feels like you're doing something, analyzing, learning, making sure it never happens again. Psychologists have a name for this: rumination. And the researcher who studied it most, Susan Nolan-Huxema, spent her career showing the same result over and over. Rumination feels like problem solving, but it isn't. It's the mental equivalent of a car stuck in mud, engine roaring, wheels spinning, going nowhere. Her studies found that people who ruminate don't reach solutions faster. They just sink deeper into worse mood, worse sleep, and a higher risk of depression and anxiety. The replay was never a review session. It's just the alarm, ringing again. It's the trap people fall into again and again, a false sense of control that's actually making things worse and strengthening the loop. Here's what actually works. And it's almost suspiciously simple, though not necessarily easy. The next time it happens, don't fight the memory. Don't argue with it. Name it. If you're alone, say it out loud. If you're not, just spell it out in your head. Not vaguely, specifically. I'm feeling embarrassed about the joke that died in that meeting in 2019. And even better, say, a part of me is feeling embarrassed. That little phrase creates space between you and the feeling. It doesn't mean anything about you. It's just a part of you, feeling something. That might sound like nothing, but it's powerful. A neuroscientist at UCLA, Matthew Lieberman, put people in brain scanners and had them do exactly this, put feelings into words. It's called affect labeling. And on the scans, something remarkable happened. The amygdala, the brain's alarm center, the thing screaming at you at 3 a.m., visibly calmed down. And the prefrontal cortex, your security guard or regulator, came back online. Naming the feeling doesn't feed the alarm. It switches you from the part of the brain that panics to the part that files paperwork. And that filing matters. Because of the Zeigarnik effect, remember, your brain holds what's unresolved and releases what's closed. Naming the memory, dating it, calling it what it is, that's you handing your brain the receipt. Order settled, file closed, try it tonight. It won't work like a light switch the first time. It's a practice. Brain by brain, scan by scan, it's one of the few things that's ever been shown to quiet that alarm from the inside. And once you know all this, the 3 a.m. replay starts to look completely different. It's not evidence that you're broken. It's evidence of how badly your brain wants to keep you safe. A security system built for a world of small tribes and lethal rejection, still running its drills in a world where nobody's watching and nobody remembers. That thing you did? There is no spotlight. There never was. The room forgot. The building's been demolished. You're the only witness left at the scene, and you're free to go. So tonight, when your brain slides that old file across the desk, look at it one last time, name it, date it, feel it for what it is, just a passing feeling with nothing to say about who you are, unless you let your mind start cooking up stories. Then hand back the receipt, because the meeting ended years ago. Everyone else went home. It's 3 a.m, and you're the only one still there. This is the art of letting go. You'll be fine.